Hey, everybody out in YouTube world and all our fans out there. It's another episode of the Misadventures in Toy Hunting with Tim and Sin. Today we're coming out from our vacation, and the first place we actually went to was Sin.
It was in Bullhead City. It's called Game Over Retro Games. I like that store.
And what did you pick up?
Let's go to the bag.
So she picked up 2 games.
Luigi's Mansion 3 and Mario Party Superstars. For the what?
For the
Nintendo Switch. I bit the bullet, y'all. It's not the $600 brand new one.
It's this one.
It was such a good deal. $165. Other places used were looking at upwards to $200. So I honestly think I scored.
Over at Game Over Retro Games, the owner actually referred us over to another place out in Havasu, which is called Flashback Toys and Collectibles. So we drove all the way out here. Was it almost 2 hours?
Stop. It was like an hour and a half away from Bullhead City.
So we're here in Havasu to check out Flashback Toys. Hopefully I could find something, and Sin will find something.
Cooper Kids.
There it is, and Cooper Kids, because this is also known as a horror toy store or horror store, kind of like Nightmare Toys out in Vegas.
Fun fact, the owner of the gaming store we came from told us that the owner of Flashback Toys used to work in the industry.
So there you go. So follow us inside and see what we can find. So this is it. Flashback Toys. And
Yay! Hello. Alright, so right off the bat, here we are. Here's the Hot Wheels wall. I love these type of stores. Here is a Monsters board game. Here is a couple of Futurama toys. Here's some Spider-Man toys. There's a lot here. There is a lot. I love that statue up there. Here are, of course, some Pops. Here's some cars from the movie, some Ghostbusters. Let's see the detail of little tiny Lucky Charms and Tricks. Here's some Turtles, Army Builders. Gotta have those Army Builders. And coming back to this side of the wall, Ren and Stimpy. Here's some Marvel Legends. There's X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel. Here's a Loki one. And let's see, let's come down here a bit. Here's some X-Men, some Fantastic Fours. Trying to zoom in and adjust here. I'm trying not to touch anything that's on the pegs. Triple H and Edge right here. Here's some Mortal Kombat, some Pokemon for those of you that gotta catch them all. I never got into collecting Pokemon though, but it's cool if you do. Some of those cards, I've seen them. They're quite beautiful. So here are some Pops. I'm not gonna go through those. Not very many of you ask for that. But here are some video games for the original PlayStation, the original Xbox. Here's some records and cassettes. Gaming systems are right here. Here's some other games here, but I don't see the consoles for those. If you need like the protective sheets or you're into collecting hockey cards and whatnot, they do have some sports stuff here. Around the corner over here, you guys are going to see some Beast Wars. Here's some loose figures of, what is that, like Transformers. And then here's some Hercules. They had some Cabbage Patch, some regular dolls. Over here is some old skateboards with the horror films on them. Backpack, lanyards. Here's some reactions. Horror ones. There's Potsy down there, some G.I. Joes. Posters right there. You can see Ghostbusters. Up here are some of the older G.I. Joes. I was trying to figure out which ones Tim needed. These are very cool. I didn't even know they made so many of these, like Barbie-sized Joes. I thought it was just the ones that Tim has. Down here, there's the action pilot. It was very, very cool. Try not to get you guys dizzy here. I don't know what any of those are. Of course, here's some more pops. Let's start at the top here. Some monster plushies. There's the lion, Pez, the Taco Bell dog. Here are some Star Wars figures. Yeah, this place had a lot. It was very, very cool. Over here on this side, there was some like Beanie Babies here. It looked like a little tiny Chucky up there. It's not. Chemistry lab. And then over here is, I think, the entire run of the Goosebumps books with the little figure. So it does come with the books. Those were the coolest things ever. Here's the Chucky with Tiffany. And then down over here are a whole bunch of different Simpson toys. And some of these I didn't even know existed yet. Here's the telephone. This one is signed by Scott Snyder. So that Batman was pretty cool. Here's some Spawn over here. They have Wheatie boxes over there. Right behind us, there's like this whole Batman area, as you guys can see. Here's some lunch boxes here. I regret not buying a lunch box or two. Here are some videos. There's some more pops. There was just stuff all over the place that was just so amazing. This whole wall was more horror stuff, like the Beetlejuice, Freddy Krueger, Hellraiser, Michael Myers. Here's some aliens. Here's the fancy Freddy. Here's Hellraiser. Let's see what's over here. Michael Myers. Here's Sam from Trick or Treat. A little further up, we have a couple of more different types of Freddys. Here's some aliens, gremlins, Beetlejuice. There's Spawn, House of a Thousand Corpses. Here's Baby Sinclair, Bride of Chucky, NECA, just everything that you could think of. Mars Attacks. There was from Kill Bill. Here's some Matchbox horror ones. I did not even know they made those. And I did not walk out with those. I feel like everyone's got a glove. I know I don't, but you know what I mean. Up here is the 2-pack from Halloween 2. Just The Nun, Annabelle, It. It was insane. Here's some turtles up here that they horrified. Here's some Gremlins, King Kong, Exorcist, Beetlejuice. Those are like my height. Let's see here. Let's come down to the pizza game. And that's for Nightmare on Elm Street. If you guys know, you know. Here's, what is that? Toxic Avengers? Or Crusaders, sorry. Toxic Crusaders. Here's the axe. And it is signed. Yes, yes it is. By the very first Jason. Here's a Terrifier here. Here's some movies down there. There's some more little Hot Wheels down there. And then the magazines. Amazing. A must-see place. Here is a Ben Cooper costume. For the right price, it might come home with me.
Okay, so that was Flashback Toys here in Havasu, Arizona. And boy, is it hot out here.
Oh, I know.
Matt was the proprietor or owner of the store. Really nice guy. Really informative about a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Really good horror fan, just like us. We were in there for a while talking about horror stuff.
Yep.
Definitely, if you're in the area, you know, going to the lake, check him out. Check him out. Really good store. Really nice guy.
Good deals.
Good deals. We did find a couple things that we picked up that are kind of rare, if not rare, right, Sin?
Very.
So first thing that we got, I haven't seen in a long while, is Billy from Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's a NECA figure, really hard to find, and if you do find it, very expensive. We got a really good deal thanks to Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing, Cindy didn't even know existed until I knew it did, but Cindy didn't. We have a loose, but it's still pretty cool, Captain Spaulding Living Dead doll. He's missing a couple of his little pieces. I think he's missing like a knife, or yeah, it looks like he had something in his hand right there. So he's missing a knife. Maybe we'll have to go and try and scout one down.
Yeah.
Really cool, really cool.
Still, good price, good deal, because I didn't even know he existed.
So that's what we picked up. Here is his card. Where did you put it, baby? There it is. Flashback Toys and Collectibles, Lake Havasu, Arizona.
Go ahead and turn it
And it's
around.
this stuff too. So other than that, really nice store, really cool store, really nice guy. So that was it, our trip to Lake Havasu. And what we always say here on the Misadventures, as they do in Hollywood, that's a wrap. And we'll see you next time, pals.